Alright, so master switch on. That's the battery and the alternator. The beacon light is the light that's on top of the tail. Okay, that's one of our anti-collision lights. That tells people who see that we're going to be starting the engine. Okay, we're going to wait for the engine systems to come up. Okay, here's all the engine systems. Okay, it's showing no fuel flow because we haven't turned on either of the fuel pumps. Oil pressure is 0 because it's not pumping. And obviously nothing's on, so there should all read 0. And then there's no red X's or anything. Okay, meaning all the monitors are working for the engine. Okay. Strap that back up again. Okay. So now we're going to prime it. So I'm going to hold the mixture. Okay. Put the button down because I can't push this in without the button pushed in. Okay. I'm going to turn on the electric fuel pump. I'm going to push the mixture all the way in and watch the fuel flow come up. Then I'm going to pull it back out and turn it off. Okay. Now we're ready to turn it on. Okay, make sure that's on both. Fuel shutoff's in. Trim's good. We crack the throttle open. Okay, we'll look around, make sure nobody's at the prop. Got it ready started. Clear prop! Watching the RPMs, keeping them around 1,000. Okay, so oil pressure came up, fuel flows up, and the vacuum's coming up. The only thing that shouldn't be up is the EGT, which is the exhaust gas temperature, and the oil temperature. Unless the engine was previously running, that won't be hot. Okay? Now we can turn on the avionics, and this screen will come on. You can turn on your head, keep the vents on.
Alright, how's everybody here? I got you. A little. Can you hear me? There you go.
6161 Delta Kilo, traffic, 12 o'clock, 3 miles. Now you're 11 o'clock and 2 miles. There's a Sierra Zipper right downwind for runway 1, pressure 32.
We see the traffic's on the right downwind right now.
Okay. That's
So it's 9 Papa Golf, traffic, 12 o'clock, 2 miles.
I turn on the strobe lights and the taxi lights.
Papa Golf.
You gotta listen to the weather.
If we're just heading northbound, stop your turn to the right downwind. Information, Sierra. Republic Air for information, Sierra, time 1653, Zulu, wind 3103, visibility 10, feeling 6,000 broken, 7,000 broken. Temperature 25, dew point 09er, altimeter 3012. Visual approach in use, landing runway 32. Notice this airman, crane 2 miles north-northwest of Republic, 200 feet ATL flag inlet. Tower lights out of service, 12.3 miles north-northeast of Republic, 620 feet.
Here's those backup gauges.
All IFR departures and arrives, ground control protection.
Here's your altimeter.
IFR, reback all
Vertical speed indicator. There's speed. This attitude indicator. Heading indicator. And then the ball is this little line right here. Coordinator? Yep, that's an inclinometer, yep.
Information Sierra, time 1653, Zulu, wind 3103, visibility 10. Feeling 6,000 broken, 7,000 broken. Temperature 25, dew point 09er, altimeter 3012. Visual approach in use, landing runway 32. Notice this airman, crane 2 miles north.
Then we go ahead and talk to ground.
32 off the full connection.
Yeah, 59 Delta, Delta ground taxi, echo ramp, turn right Alpha, cross runway 1.
I don't know if they're crossing 16059 Delta.
Public ground, Cessna 1868 Bravo is at Echo Ramp, ready taxi to Sierra for northeast departure.
968 Bravo, public ground, runway 32, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 1 northeastbound on request. Just give way to 59 Delta inbound now in the Alpha section.
Alright, I got that traffic in sight, and I will taxi to 32 via Alpha, cross runway 1, and got the northeastbound departure on request. 1868 Bravo.
So keep your feet on the rudder. And to turn left, you push the left rudder down. And you kind of hover over the brakes at the same time. Because if you have to, you want to be able to stop real fast. Like if something runs off in front of you. Yeah, so keep the arches of your feet, or keep the tips of your toes on the top part of the brakes, or the pedals, right?
Your heels on the ground?
Oh, my heels are up. They're off the ground. And then we'll turn out this way. They told us Alpha to runway 32, and we're going to cross runway 1. Okay? So you see how it says A, left and right? And meaning that cross section is taxiway Alpha. Okay, so we'll look left and right, make sure nobody else is on the taxiway. And then we'll turn to the right. And then we're following this one straight down to the end where all those planes are. Okay? So, you taxi and try to keep the center line of the yellow line right between your knees.
Short up the axis, Delta 2, back to Nassau.
Here's 159 Papa Golf, Papa Ground taxi, Nassau flies left Delta and right Golf.
Left Delta, right Golf, 159 Papa Golf.
Delta 1 ground frequency.
Go slow down just a little bit. There we go.
We're 7.
This 1-1, currently over Jericho Turnpike, vicinity of, coming up on Woodbury. Roughly due north of your field. Republic Tower, Cherokee 75202 is at the Northport stack with Sierra for landing.
Bridge 1-1, are you by the mall?
That's affirmative, vicinity of the mall. We're pretty much due north of the airfield right now.
Okay, and you want to come into the
Republic Ground, Cherokee 4317 Delta at Echo with Sierra, taxi to active.
Cherokee 1317 Delta, Public Ground runway 32, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 1.
Runway 32 via Alpha, cross runway 1, 4317 Delta.
And then we're pretty much going to pull right up next to that plane right over there. Now we're going to pull into a spot.
Captain ground, exit jet 822 Bravo and Alpha for Atlantic.
Unit 22 Republic Ground taxi, Atlantic via Bravo.
Atlantic
We're
via
gonna
Bravo,
stop.
exit jet 827.
Hold the brakes nice and tight. We'll do a run up. Check in the spark plugs, make sure the spark plugs are working correctly. when he pulls idle.
Nothing does.
Make sure it's not gonna...
Delta runway 32, taxi via Alpha Cross.
Make sure it's not gonna die in us.
Taxi via Alpha Cross runway 1, or runway 32, 6059 Delta.
Now looks like we're good there. I hold the brakes for a second. I can pull my seat up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. You ready? Alright, we're gonna turn the there's the transponder right there. That's the readout for it, but it's a box that's behind here sending signals. Okay? I'm gonna turn it to altitude. I'm saying altitude. And every now and again you see this little R pop up. See that little R? It means it's being interrogated by the radar. That's every time the radar hits it, it's being interrogated.
Public ground, turn your blending left on Delta. 380 Foxtrot, Golf Philly, Tower, hold short road, 32 track.
Okay, we're gonna come up to the left here. Swing around in line.
Oh, yeah, is that the one in Alpha Charlie? Inbound over Capri. Republic Tower, Ventura 7, Deer Park with Sierra landing.
Ventura 7, report the right down runway 32.
There we go.
32, Ventura 7. Framingdale Tower, Skyline 380, Tango Alpha is 10 to the north.
So we just gotta wait to take off.
With
Central 9583,
Got speed?
1100,
Okay.
in midfield right
You
now.
see where it says R at 55? That's where we take the yoke and slowly start to pull up. We should be off the ground by 60. Okay? Yeah, the speed tape will start to move down this way.
This is 95831, just verify you're entering the right downwind.
Bay forward, Bay through left.
Republic Tower, Skyline 380, Tango Alpha is 9 to the northwest with Sierra to land.
Ready to go back there?
Republic Tower, 831, right down 132.
This is 95831, Roger. You're number 1. Clear touch and go left traffic.
Touch to go left traffic. Tower, you're about 132 right now.
Yeah, you push the mic. It's a push to talk, just like a walkie-talkie. Okay?
Oh, Jared, this is the one in Alpha Charlie, Alpha Capri, email us here.
We don't need to. It's only when you're doing a short field takeoff or a soft field takeoff, like off a grass strip.
I just took off.
Roger. Number 27409, just continue the down. I'll call you base.
Republic Tower.
On landing, you use either 20.
Sky 3,
Or you can use
2
30
stand by,
if
remain
you want,
outside
if you
site
need
Delta.
to.
I'll get right back to you.
Roger that. We'll stay outside Delta. 380 Tango Alpha.
Turkey 3012 Victor, you're at Jones Beach.
No, I'm on left base, Delta Flickto. Am I right or left hand lane?
Turkey 302 Alpha Victor, just continue on that left base. Turn your transponder on. Runway 32, line up and wait.
Runway 321 Romeo.
Break at 27409, you're going to the museum?
No, we're going to go around again, Delta 1.
Roger, thank you. November 27409, contact ground for taxi.
Ground for taxi 409er.
Number 1 Romeo, you're clear for takeoff, runway 32.
Let's take off 321 Romeo.
168 Bravo, holding short 32.
North of the Twin Span, inbound landing with Sierra.
Who's number 1?
168 Bravo.
168 Bravo, line up and wait, runway 32.
Line up, wait.
You can close your window now.
Republic Tower, Cessna 16237, over Captree, inbound, to land, and we have Sierra.
6059 Delta, holding short 32 at Alpha, ready for departure.
That's the 168 Bravo, you're clear for takeoff.
168 Bravo, clear for takeoff.
And Ventura 9, you're
Put your hands on the yoke.
Ventura 9 base turn.
Thank you, Ventura 9, go right to
Drop your gills to the floor.
6059 Delta, holding short 32 at Alpha left.
That's 6059 Delta, hold.
Slowly start to pull the yoke back towards yourself. And up it goes. Push forward just a little bit.
2 mile final is 202.
There we go.
We're about to turn final 202.
Roger, 202. You're clear to land, keep your speed up. Ventura 9, you're on a 2 mile final.
Ventura 9, 2 mile final, and touch and go, please.
Ventura 9, Roger, make it a full stop.
Ventura 9, making a full stop.
Number 75202, keep your speed up, you're clear to land.
Clear to land, 202 to maximum speed.
95831, traffic, just joining final, turn your base, you're following him, you're clear touch and go.
Let the yoke forward just a little bit.
Ventura 9, disregard. I'll
There we
get
go.
you touch and go. You clear touch and go, left traffic.
Ventura 9, left traffic, touch and go.
Number 3802, what's your
Yep,
position?
just keep going straight ahead.
380 Tango Alpha is over the airport wheel.
Number 380 Tango Alpha, join the right downwind.
We'll try the right downwind for 380 Tango Alpha.
5860 Victor, you just...
Yeah, I turned it out for you.
Affirmative, 60 Victor.
Okay, thank you.
Go to 510, Whiskey's inbound landing on Sierra.
Number 16237, you're on capture, ident.
There you go.
Alright, turn right, heading up north.
Number 16237, continue straight in for runway 32, traffic 2 o'clock and 4 miles, coming in for capture is 2000.
Straight in for 32. Oh, I guess to that, right? 16237.
Yeah, just keep turning until you're pointing towards the stacks. See the stacks out there? Yeah, point the nose at the stacks.
Ricky 152 Delta Charlie, traffic 2 o'clock and a mile westbound 1009 or 100. You have him in sight?
Inside 2 Delta Charlie.
2 Delta Charlie, follow him for the right downwind.
Roger, follow Cessna 2 Delta Charlie.
Push forward just a little bit. There you go.
Mike, 2,000 feet over the outer shoreline, look visual for 32.
November 95 Kilo Mike, Republic Tower, continue inbound for runway 32. You could join the left base, head towards the inner shoreline.
Okay, we're heading towards the inner shoreline, and is the altitude restriction unlifted for Kilo Mike?
Say again?
CLB 2,000 until advised by you.
5 Kilo Mike, keep your altitude.
Stay here 2 Kilo Mike.
Thank you.
And Republic Tower, Dakota 51 Sierra, Whiskey, Jones Beach, inbound Sierra.
Dakota calling, say again?
It's Dakota 51 Sierra, Whiskey, inbound Jones Beach with Sierra.
Dakota 51 Sierra Whiskey Republic Tower, you're going to be on the, follow the mid-bay for the left base.
Okay, mid-bay for left base, 51 Sierra, Whiskey.
Public Tower, this is the 180 Alpha Charlie, over capture inbound with Sierra.
The 1 Alpha Charlie Republic Tower, Roger, just stand by, I'll call you right back.
Stand by, 180 Alpha Charlie.
Public Tower, Ventura 9, you said right traffic, correct?
Ventura 9, negative left traffic.
Left traffic.
Tower, Arrow 60 Victor is right down for runway 32.
No, 5860 Victor, Republic Tower, Roger, continue on that right downwind.
Roger, continue down with Arrow 60 Victor.
Where's our Niner holding 32?
Who's holding?
Where's our Niner holding 32?
Number 27409, hold short.
Hold short, port. Where's our Niner? Public Tower, Cessna 16237, into shoreline on my final.
Inner shoreline on final. With who?
16237.
Listen, 16237, you have
What's that?
an error. 10 o'clock and 2 miles coming in at 2000.
Just keep going.
Looking, 237.
10522, I need you to take...
is that where the city is, or?
If you look to your left, that's where the city is.
The number,
Go ahead.
please.
Number, shoreline.
Can you see it out there?
Complete a land. So 16237 Bear, and now 10 o'clock and a
That's
mile.
still pretty clear outside.
So fast that you're following him.
I'm still looking for him, 237.
16237, Roger. I want you to just make a right 360 rejoin.
I see the Baron, right 360, and we'll rejoin.
If you have the Baron in sight, just keep it coming inbound. Follow him, you clear to land.
Okay, we'll continue inbound, we'll slow it up a little bit, we're following him, clear to land.
And push forward.
Now 586,
It'll level out.
turn your base over the inner shoreline.
2500 the inner shoreline here.
Number 380 Tango Alpha, you're following an arrow that's about a mile in front of you on the right downwind.
We'll look for the arrow and just now getting into the right downwind for 3232 Tango Alpha.
Roger.
Delta Kilo is cab 3 inbound with Sierra.
This is the vertical speed.
Oh, that's the vertical speed indicator. It lags a little bit, so by the time it says you're descending, you're probably already descending.
Thank you.
Let the nose up a little bit. There you go. It's going to look like you're descending when you're in level flight, because Cessna built all these to climb.
510 Whiskey, I want you to join, continue and join.
So it's going to look like we're nose down a little bit when we're holding altitude.
Okay, we're turning towards the numbers now, 510 Whiskey.
L 5860 Victor, don't turn your base until you get an arrow in sight that's on the left base over the inner shoreline.
Looking for the other arrow 60 Victor.
So 16237, cancel landing clearance, continue inbound.
Continue inbound, cancel landing clearance, 237. Republic down at speed
85 Republic.
Yes, sail about 4.5 to southeast, 600. Have to get just to the east side of Massachusetts Reserve, below 5.
85, roger. Just report on station, public altimeter 3010.
Report on station, Alpha.
Republic Tower, Sirius 161 Delta Kilo is
59 Delta, line up point.
59 Delta.
237, reduce speed.
Reducing speed, 237.
5 Kilo Mike, exit next left to right, use the main.
Next left, Kilo Mike.
Thank you. Arrow 5860 Victor, you can turn your base over the inner shoreline.
Roger, and be at the aero traffic and say Aero 60 Victor.
Delta 59 Delta, you clear for takeoff, make left traffic.
Okay, for takeoff, 59 Delta.
Ensure 9, just continue on the downwind.
09, continue downwind.
That's a 16237, you clear to land.
Clear to land, 237.
Air 510 Whiskey, join final and continue inbound, expect a late landing clearance.
Okay,
Just pull off a little bit. So you can climb back up to 2500.
Zero Tango Alpha, you can start your base turn. You're following a Cherokee that's over the inner shoreline on final.
I see the Cherokee on final, turning base, 382 Tango Alpha.
Roger. 152 Delta Charlie, you still following that Cherokee?
Affirmative, we have this Cessna inside 2 Delta.
All right, thanks.
Left traffic plus 6059 Delta.
Just to find out the left traffic.
Thank you, left traffic.
Tower 68 Bravo, clear northeast.
Delta holding short 32 Alpha.
Number 18 Alpha Charlie, I want you straight in runway 32.
Straight 32, way Alpha South.
With 27409, runway 32, line up and wait. North American 27409, 32, line up and wait.
409er, line up and wait, 32.
With 27409, you're cleared for takeoff, make left traffic.
Forget it, I'm just switching.
Left traffic.
Who's number 1 on the Alpha side?
4317 Delta is less than Alpha.
Number 4317 Delta, Tower Tower, hold short.
Holding short 17 Delta.
Dakota 510, Whiskey, you're clear to land.
Listen, left, 512, landing and departing runway 24. All aircraft, motion bird, while activity to 2500.
Hey, go ahead and level out again.
Delta airspace up to Bridgeport is active. Advise me to contact you at information of the office of Sierra. Bridgeport information Sierra 1652 observation. Wind 180 and 9, visibility 10. I clear temperature 242.12 Alpha, 3009er. Bridgeport you are used, landing and departing runway 24. All aircraft, motion bird, wildlife activity in the vicinity of the airport. Airport, Delta airspace up to Bridgeport is active. Advise me to contact you. Get that. Good day to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so turn right, heading this way. Think about
Bridgeport Tower.
right there. So you see that heading bug right there?
That green one?
Yeah, the blue one or green one. Yeah, turn to that heading bug.
With Sierra landing.
Photo Wire 632, X-ray Bridgeport Tower, 401 mile final 61.
It's good right there.
2 X-ray, report on a 1 mile final for runway 24, correct?
Affirmative.
Thank you, 32 X-ray.
Wind check 210 at Niner. Air 2, Uniform Victor Tower, exit departure.
Push forward a little bit, see that climate.
Charlie,
There you go.
Feather Trick, BB Alpha Hotel, Echo Crest 29.
Alpha Hotel, Echo Crest 29.
Bridgeport Tower, King Air 2, Victor, ready to go at Alpha. King Air 2, Uniform Victor Bridgeport Tower, turn right on 11. Back taxi, runway 24, full length, line up and wait.
Alright, back 11, 264, back taxi, full length, line up and wait, 24 Victor.
That green area right out there in front of us, that's on the shoreline, see the green area? That's Bridgeport. That's Connecticut. It's pretty close, isn't it? In the air, it seems a lot closer than on the ground.
Uniform Victor on departure turn left, 150, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
On departure, Uniform Victor, clear to go.
How does it feel? Not too bad, right?
Stable.
Yeah. Once you get the power set and the trim set, you can pretty much easy as pie from there.
So the trim wheel,
There's this guy right
if I
here.
were to pull it down, what would it do?
It would do nose up. Go ahead. Pull it down. See how the plane goes up? And then roll it forward, and the nose goes back down.
Air to Uniform Victor, turn left, 150, contact nearest departure, good day.
Uniform Victor, yeah.
Bridgeport Tower says the 441 Quebec Foxtrot is ready for takeoff at Hotel 24.
We have full throttle, or?
Not quite. And now we're at just under 2,500. Just over 2,500 RPMs.
Okay.
We're like right at the top of the green arc.
Bridgeport Tower says the 441 Quebec Foxtrot ready for takeoff 24 at Hotel.
441 Quebec Foxtrot, Bridgeport Tower, 124 Hotel, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 24 at Hotel 441 Quebec Foxtrot.
Quebec Foxtrot, left turn out, eastbound approved.
We're gonna go southwest 1 Quebec Foxtrot.
Roger, straight out approved.
Straight out approved 1 Quebec Foxtrot.
Bridgeport Tower, Cessna 1868 Bravo.
This is 1868 Bravo, Bridgeport Tower.
Yeah, 1868 Bravo is approximately 9 miles to the southwest of the airport, inbound for a full stop taxi back with information Sierra.
1868 Bravo, for midfield, left downwind, runway 24, traffic departing southwest bound.
Midfield left downwind, runway 24, and we'll report the traffic in sight, 1860 Bravo.
Alright, we're going to start coming down, so take the throttle and pull it out. Not like you're letting off the gas. If you think of it as stepping on the gas goes forward and pulling it, or letting off of it slows down, it's the same concept.
That's enough?
Yeah, that's good. And the plane will just start descending on its own, okay? Because what we've done is we've taken out the thrust that was holding us at altitude, and we reduced it, which in turn reduced our lift, okay? So the nose is now heavier than what the wings can carry, and so the nose starts to go down. And you really don't even have to touch anything. So if you let go right now, it'll keep descending on its own. See how that works? And if we want to level off, we just put the power back in. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and put some power back in. Keep your hands off of it for a second. See how the nose wants to come back up? Okay? But we need to keep descending down to 1,100 feet.
What's a good angle?
This is about good right here. You want to hold more of a vertical speed than an angle.
Okay.
Okay? You don't want to descend too fast, otherwise you'll start creeping up into the yellow arcs here.
The runway where
Yeah, that runway right there, we're going to land on the opposite end going east. Yes, we're going to flip around and come in.
Motor 632 X-ray, runway 24, clear to land. Check 220 at Anchor.
There it is. And then we'll maintain 1,000 feet, so level off right here. So pull up to the horizon, and then add a little power. There you go. And then turn a little bit to the right, so you're parallel to the runway. There you go.
Bridgeport Tower, Cessna 1868 Bravo, midfield up downwind 24.
Order letter 632 X-ray report.
I'm going Atlantic Aviation, like to go off on the hill.
Affirm, continue straight ahead and right straight ahead to Hotel Taxiway. Then cross 2900 Echo the street. 26 Bravo, runway 24.
Have the show you how high you're going, what it's called. Alright, reduce the power. What was that? Field that have the lights higher it's going. Yeah. Okay, so we'll reduce the power to 15 and I'll put the first notch of flaps down. What you'll feel is the nose start to come back up again. This 10 degrees helps us make lift instead of drag. Okay, and then we'll turn left. And when we're done with the turn, we'll be perpendicular to the runway. So the runway will be off to the left of us. Bridgeport Tower, Grumman 4519 November. 8 northwest of Sierra, proposed traffic. You can feel the drag we're starting to put on.
Grumman 4519 November, Bridgeport Tower, best up for right base or right downwind 24.
I would like to downwind, please.
Going on November 4 midfield, right downwind runway 24.
And then we're going to turn and line ourselves up at the runway. The lights on the left side. The far ones are red because we're below them. The close ones are white because we're above them. It means we're on the glide slope. We'll try to keep it as lined up as best we can. And then keep coming down at the same time. As we get closer to the runway, when we know we've got the landing, the front lights will start to turn red.
Not available.
What's that? A little bit of a flare. Yeah. So we'll start looking at the end of the runway, pull the power to idle, and then we'll start pulling up, pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Oh, it's on the ground. Alright.
Bravo, turn right, Charlie Taxiway, taxi back.